Hey guys, we got TheBobbKat here, and it is Thursday night for another booster pack to be opened. And you'll notice that I've got Jace on the front of this one. I don't know why I bothered buying Jace. You know, I said before that I wasn't interested in the Jace Planeswalker. Maybe that's why I decided to open him up this time, because Jace isn't going to be in a Jace labeled M15 Core set pack, is he? Well, let's hope not. But if he is, given that he is, still be good for trading fodder, but it's still going to be bittersweet. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open up this pack and see what we got this week. I'm going to talk about the cards, and you know the drill. If I get any rares that are worthwhile and I get surprised of, yeah, we'll look it up. And also, I'll be looking up the prices of any uncommons or higher. So we start with the Foundry Street Denizen, and I remember this from M14, I believe. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Foundry Street Denizen gets +1 and +0 until end of turn. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that it can stack. So if 2 enter the battlefield, then you get +2, +0. So he can be useful in that sense, but the only problem is he's only got 1 toughness, so you can't really increase that unless you give him an indestructible. But if you can find a way to get a lot of creatures on the field at once, then I might consider him. No, I'm kidding, I won't consider him. Solemn Offering. This is a sorcery where you destroy a target artifact or enchantment and you gain 4 life. So there's a little bit of control factor in white, and this is one of them, and this allows you to gain 4 life whenever you destroy an artifact or enchantment, when you use this to destroy. It's a 3-drop, not too bad, but there are better cards that you can use for gain life. This just adds a little bit of a control element to it. Amphin Pathmage. Salamander Wizard. I didn't even know those existed. Mind you, everything can exist in Magic, so I guess it's only right. This could be useful in any like really big creature deck. Like, you know, the Consuming Aberration gets big more times you mill it. This guy can make it unblockable, although I'm just giving a scenario that you could use this ability for, but I'd probably more recommend something else that makes him unblockable, like maybe Aqueous Form. It's a 1-drop, makes target creature unblockable. That could be useful. Rogue's Passage. They're better cards. To sum up, long story short, there are better cards that you can use in this one to make something unblockable. Lightning Strike. Yes, this is another one that I remember from, what was it, Theros, I think? It deals 3 damage to target creature or player for only 2 mana. Not bad. For a 2-drop, not bad. This is a common one that I use in my sorcery as well. My sorcery deck. This one is the Charging Rhino, and it can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So if something is to block this 4/4, it has to only be 1 creature. So that can be nice. Buff the shit out of it, and it's good to go. Only be blocked by 1 creature. That's not that bad. Not bad for a common, I'll say. Cursed Spirit. A 4-drop with black, and it's got Intimidate, which can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color with it. If your opponent isn't using black, this could be a good poker card, so yeah, I could consider it. Not a bad beginner. It's got Intimidate, so yeah, make good use of it. 3 for 3 attack, yeah, not bad. Crippling Blight. Okay, I haven't seen this since M13, which I missed out on. And it enchants a creature for 1 black, and it gets -1, -1, and can't block. Yeah, enchant creature gets -1, -1, and can't block. So that's good for there's a big threatful creature that you don't like, a wall. Could be good against the walls. There's a lot of walls in this new block that's out, so yeah, that could be useful. So the next card that we've got is Netcaster Spider, and this creature has reach. Most spiders have reach, which are able to block flyers, so that's useful. And whenever it blocks a creature with flying, it gets +2, +0 until end of turn. And it's a 2/3. So that's not bad. No, that's not bad. I would consider it as a beginner. So 3-drop, that's not bad, and it gives +2 until end of turn if it blocks a creature with flying, which means it might get it at the right as soon as it blocks, giving it that buff, and kill it if it's 3 toughness. Just saying. Eternal Thirst. It's 2-drop, enchant creature, and enchant creature has lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent control dies, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Ooh. You know, there's a field enchantment like that. It's an uncommon. I can't remember what it's called, but it does the same thing, and instead of enchanted creature, it's a just a regular enchantment, so it's enchantment that you just put on the field. I call them field enchantments. You get to choose which one that 1/1 counter goes, but there's no lifelink involved. Still, this card is actually a pretty decent common. Lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent control dies, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Never mind, I'm probably not going to use it. And then we got Living Totem, which has a Convoke. It's a 3 and 1 green. And when it enters the battlefield, you may put a 1/1 counter on another target creature. No, not this one. Not bad for starting off, but when it comes to putting a 1/1 counter on another target creature, I would recommend the what is it? The Oath of Eternal Wood. Whenever an enchantment and this enters the battlefield and another enchantment you control enters the battlefield, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That's what I would recommend. Now we're getting into uncommons. And this one I keep coming back to is the Gargoyle Sentinel. 3-drop artifact creature, Gargoyle. It's a defender, but for 3 mana until end of turn it loses defender and gains flying. Just like a Gargoyle would. Capsho Kite Fins. Was this worth trading? I don't know. Oh, speaking of worth trading, Gargoyle Sentinel, I'm pretty sure you already know that this thing isn't worth much. It's only 16 cents. But Capsho Kite Fins I thought was worth something. But the ridiculous mana cost that it has would only put it down to 15 cents, so it's even worse. But whenever or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature and opponent controls. For tapping when another creature enters the battlefield, I wouldn't recommend this one either. Illusory Angel. Illusory Angel. I've heard of this one before. This is a decent trade. It's 44 cents. Why? Because you cast Illusory Angel only if you cast another spell this turn. It's a 3-drop for a 4/4 flyer. That's probably why it's worth 44 cents to this day. So that's useful. It's 3-drop for 4/4 flying, but you can only cast it if you cast another spell this turn, so you're pretty much gonna drop it for at least one more mana to get it on the field, maybe more. So just to get this on the field, yeah, I see the downside to that. Still, 4/4 flying for a 3-drop, so all you need is just a 1-drop. But else that you cast, you could cast a 0-drop artifact if you wanted to get this person on the field. And now we're getting to the rare, which I'm a little disappointed on because I already had 2 of these, and this is my 3rd one now. It's a Phytotitan. This is my 3rd one that I've got. The other 2 I traded away, so maybe I can trade this one away too. It's still a decent trade, I believe. Phytotitan, 36 cents. Oh, it went down. It is not a decent trade anymore. That's a shame. So nothing really worth value in this deck. Did I get anything else? No, just a forest and an ad card. Well, that's a little disappointing, I guess. Phytotitan isn't even worth trade value anymore. The only thing that I actually got that was worth anything was the 44-cent Illusory Angel. So that'll go in my trade binder. But I thought Phytotitan would be worth it, but it's not anymore. 36 cents. That's not high enough. It needs to be 38 or higher. But that's about all the time that I have for this week's opening of a booster pack on Thursday Night Magic with the TheBobbKat. And hopefully next week I'll get something of value. And Jace, you've cursed me. Damn you. Damn you. Anyway, so hopefully you've had a better Magic night than I have. But, I did have my share bit of fun. I'm pretty sure I could find somebody else to use this and that. So we'll see. So that's all the time I have once again, and until next time, enjoy the planeswalkers, and keep an eye out for those other planeswalkers and stuff. Fuck this, I'm done. This gives an ability where target creature can't be blocked this turn, which could be useful in really. Could be good against the walls. There's a lot of walls in this new block that's out, so yeah, that could be useful. What? What? Excuse me. Molly, you know you're not supposed to go through that. Molly, Molly, Molly. What am I gonna do with you when you're an adult and you're no fun to play with, huh? Alright, so now that the cat's out of the room for about 20 seconds. 20 seconds too many. Anyway, I'll have to deal with that later. Oh, I'm sweating. What did she do?
She knocked over the green garbage can.
Oh God. I said she's only going to be out of here for like 20 seconds, and then all of a sudden, boom! 20 seconds too many. Oh God, that cat. Eternal thirst. Great, now it's going to take me a while to get back into focus since that just happened.